G'day, it's Mike here, and we're at Austin Lakes in WA, and it's a beautiful venue here. I don't know whether you can see the swans and the ducks all lining up. A great site here for the 2024 DF classes. That's the 65 and the 95 class national championships. But more importantly, I've got Nick, who's here, who's a member of the club, and Nick is very proficient in sailing and has a long history. I just was interested in, when you were a boy growing up, how did you actually get involved in sailing, Nick?
Yeah, well, one of my first memories as a very young child was getting chased around the forecabbing of a very small boat that my father had built with a piece of seaweed by my brother. So it's sort of ingrained in my blood, I guess, that life comes with sailing. It's not anything that has ever been.
Was that on a lake
separate.
Or a, I don't know what
it was
like.
It was on the river in Bristol Channel in the UK, which has the second highest, I believe, rise and fall of tide in the world.
So mud.
It actually looks very much like drinking chocolate, the water, not the wonderful conditions that we get in Australia. So it's quite a unique environment that I grew up in.
So your father was the encouragement, and your mother? Was your mother?
Absolutely, Mum was encouragement, but she sort of followed along. Dad was sort of a bit of a whirlwind and dragged everybody and anybody he could into sailing. It's such a lucky sport, to be honest.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, in those days it was very much a part of, you would build your boat, sail your boat, move on to the next one.
Yes.
And I really got dragged into that over the years, so even now with Flying 15s, etc., it's part of the experience of sailing, is being very much part of your boat.
That's right.
Sort of putting your boats together, understanding them, understanding how they work, and then go sailing and enjoying it.
Well, congratulations on 2 world championships, I understand, the Flying 15s and the Vipers. Nick is a family. You've got a couple of children?
Yeah, 3 actually.
And how have you encouraged them and mentored them to become involved and continue to be involved in sailing?
Now, I guess that would be a really good question to them, not me, because they have a different appreciation.
Yeah, very difficult.
But Janet and I have always been encouraging of Matt, Envis and Nia to go sailing. They're very different people, very different personalities, and have different interests in sport. One of them extremely competitive, on the competitive side of sailing. One completely uncompetitive, but very much enjoying sailing, and does race and really enjoys crewing. She's pretty successful in her time with the javelin, and actually won a 15 nationals with them just crewing through.
Wow.
That's our middle daughter.
Fantastic.
Yeah, and actually sailed with her last weekend in the 15.
Fantastic.
And did very well. But Matt very much took to match racing. We were quite successful in the match racing scene, but then started to enjoy coaching.
Yes.
So he's made coaching his career.
I hear he's working for the West Australian Institute of Sailing, which is
Institute of Sport,
Institute of Sport, which is the top of the top sailors in Western Australia get taught by the best sailors. So he's sailed extremely well in his match racing boat, I understand. So Matt's a very good sailor. Very competitive.
Matt came through and in fact they all did, through the youth classes in Australia.
Okay.
Sort of junior trainers, and their full 20s. And optimists, and on into the senior classes.
Right.
But Matt did a session quite some time in the 49ers, trying to campaign a 49er, but then moved to match racing.
Yes.
Under the guidance of Peter Gilmore mostly. He was very encouraging of Matt to continue.
Is Peter based in Perth as well?
Peter's from Perth, yes. And his 3 sons were part of that youth scene when Matt was going through the youth classes. And Sam, more than David, was involved in match racing at the same time as Matt. And Sam and David were sort of, and Lockie later, 49er sailors. Done very well with 49ers. So those people who are sort of at the peak of the sailing community, Peter and etc., have been great supportive guys. I think that's sort of really caused a great deal of success from our young sailors. And you'll see that now, Matt Warren in the laser class.
Yes, that's right.
Who's come through the same junior programs as
Rafa, who teaches, he's the coach. He sails a DF 95 and a 65. So over in Queensland. So
believe so. I saw that in one of the states.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it really is. And it does sort of transition really well, the skills that you learn in the bigger boats down to, or not into rather, DF sailing. It's sailing as you would in any class.
Right.
The same things pay off in.
Same principles.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you don't have a crew. You don't have to worry about your crew.
No, you don't, but I've been really lucky in so much that quite recently Janet's taken the DF sailing as well.
Right, that's fantastic.
And it's starting it was quite an interesting time where Janet was being encouraged to have a go by Nia, our youngest daughter, saying it's actually quite good fun, Mum, you should try it.
Yeah.
And she eventually had a go and then just got hooked instantly, really. The first day she tried sailing a DF, she was just holding her head. It was just sort of mental strain. You see her head was going to explode. Really. How do you do this? Just concentrate on boat speed and avoiding other boats. It's just so much going on. But then it sort of moved into, this is just great fun. It's just such fun. And I think that's the key part of DF sailing. It's fun.
It's a great community.
Yeah.
You know, it is it's competitive, but it's also a great community, and you can make it what you want. You can go the hardcore hard sailing, but there's a lot of fun, and that's the main aspect. That's what we really enjoy about the classes. It's fun, and it's sharing. There's a lot of information which is given on this website and YouTube channel and other channels, but that's what it's all about. Having everyone in the same situation, exactly the same boat, so we can all compete fairly on the race course. It's not about spending hundreds of dollars or thousands of dollars on a boat. It's actually just about getting out there with the same type of boat, same design, same speed, and then it's a tactical decision making strategies. More interested.
Absolutely, and having fun with your friends after the event.
That's right.
As well,
having a beer. What I'm really interested in is pre-planning. Like, how did you for this series? I know with your pre-planning for the Flying 15s, it's probably you've got to get out there and sail. Is it different? Is it pre-planning, and what do you do for a series like this national series? How do you compete and get ready?
Look, I think it depends on your expectations and goals for an event. For me, in the 15s, you get to a point where you've been in a class and you're experienced in a class, and you do go to an event with certain expectations and goals for your results. And that's very much a part of where I was or will be for the next 15 events. But being sort of fairly new into the DF class, and it's really my first nationals, I haven't really got any goals, so the preparations are a little bit different in that it's a little bit much lower key, in fact. And it's just a case of making sure your boat is reliable, so you won't be sat in the bank watching everybody else when they're sailing around. Yeah, absolutely. So it's waterproof, so your knots don't come undone, your sails stay up on the rigs, etc. So make sure you have a reliable boat, and then just go with an open mind. And I want to learn. I'm here to learn, really, and that's number one for me. Is just be a sponge. Just understand how the boats sail on the course, understand how the PRO operates and how the heat management system operates. And just a really big learning experience. For me, then moving on into, I've managed to enter the British Nationals as well, when we go out to the Globals, and then the Globals to the DF65s, and it's just really sort of put those building blocks in place so that maybe 4 or 5 events into the future, I'm actually going to be quite reasonably proficient at it and understand what's likely to happen.
I mean, congratulations on being selected. Nick and Janet are both going to the national World Championships, which are based in Sweden. Terrific turn up from Australia. We've got around about 15 or 19 people going, so it's going to be great competition, but more importantly, a learning experience. The Swedes are extremely good sailors, always been great Vikings, conquered the world, what have you. Now it's our turn to conquer them. So Nick and the Queensland group, we hope you do extremely well.
Thank you very much. We'll be there flying the flag and doing our best for Australia, striving to do as well as we can, and just represent the country.
Take those Swedes out for a big drink the night before, okay? Get them under the table. That's the way to win.
Oh gosh, a couple of beers and I'm under the table, so I think that might be a struggle.
So yeah, I think it's going to be a great learning experience. The Nationals, where we've got John Tushkam, who's basically the leader in the 65s, it'll be a great learning experience to sail against him and the team of the UK sailors, which are proficient. I mean, that's where it's come from. I think it's going to be interesting in the Worlds because you're sailing in a breeze which is 13 kilometres on average for that period. The wind conditions are not so much the issue, it's an open water condition, so you're going to have a lot rougher conditions in terms of sailing.
Are there going to be any jellyfish, Mike?
There's going to be jellyfish. There's always jellyfish over in Sweden. So, they might be frozen half the year, but yeah, I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and suck it up, bring back your information, share it with your local members here, and hopefully they can all benefit from your experience, and that's what it's all about. It's about sharing ideas, sharing technology and information.
Who knows, we might be able to hold the Globals in Australia one day.
Fingers crossed. Hopefully at Springfield Lakes, which is a great venue. Maybe people would disagree with that, but it's different.
I have to come and check it out.
That's right.
Yeah.
So nice to have a conversation with you, Nick. Look forward. We're going. If you look across here, pan across here, there's a boat actually out there sailing at the moment, but it's a fantastic venue. Absolutely fantastic venue. This is the 2024 Nationals for the DF65s and the Night DF95s, which we're hosting next week. Austin Lakes Radio Sailing Club's hosting next week. So we've got all the